Hey everyone, I just want to thank you guys so much for coming out and taking a look at my TV show and Physically, Financially Fit with Dawn. We are going to share so many great things with you. So today's episode 1, and you know what? I thought that it might be a really great time for you to get to know me and to be really real and just authentic and just kind of share a little bit about my story and maybe it'll inspire you to come back and watch episodes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 and so forth. And maybe it'll even inspire you to know that you can do this too. So I'm going to share a little bit about my story with you. I'm going to share my screen in a minute and show you some slides and take you through a little journey. And I think it's important that you guys get to know me a little bit better and understand a little bit more about what I'm going to offer for you guys each and every single week and on each and every single episode. So as I just shared, the name of my show is Physically and Financially Fit with Dawn. And it's really about teaching you guys how to be fit in both body, mind, business, and finances. It's not just about being physically fit in regards to exercise. So my network marketing company happens to be a physical and pretty much nutritional company. So it was about a physical difference for me, and that's what actually got me started into the business opportunity where I kind of had a product experience, felt amazing, and just wanted to share with everyone I knew. So that's kind of how network marketing starts, right? So if you are brand new to network marketing or have been in network marketing for 5 years or 10 years, we all know that it starts with that product or service experience most of the time. Most of the time, people have developed a really great love for what they've acquired, whether it's a product or a service in network marketing. So that was me. So again, my name is Dawn. Again, I thank you guys so much for joining me here today, and I'm going to take you on that little journey right now. So let's share my screen so we can talk a little bit more about how I got started in network marketing. So again, my name is Dawn Ferrantino. I'm a 7-figure income earner in my network marketing business. I've created $1 million cumulatively within Isagenix, and I did that within 3.5 years of getting started. And you know, I'm not going to tell you that it came easy. It was a lot of work, guys, and it was, fun and it was exciting, but it was frustrating at times. But if I can do this, so can you. And now I've been able to create a multiple 6-figure income annually in my network marketing business. So as I shared with you, I had a product experience. So with the company I'm with, we have products that transform both physically, weight loss, energy, performance. We have people who come on the product just to feel better and to just gain that extra confidence in themselves. Well, for me, it was all about weight loss. When I had come on to Isagenix, I was extremely exhausted. I was overweight. I was tired. I had 2 active boys that were playing competitive baseball around the entire country, and I was just exhausted. I was working 2 jobs, and honestly, I just couldn't do it anymore. So what I did is I actually got started with a nutritional system for energy and for weight loss. And this is really funny, guys. I remember telling my sponsor, don't ask me to sell anything. I'm an accountant, and accountants don't sell. So can any of you guys relate to that? I know some of you out there can understand what I'm talking about, that you were introduced to a product or service and you're like, yeah, no, don't really want to sell it. Not a salesman. That was totally me. I wanted nothing at all to do with this. So I just kept telling her, I'll send all of my referrals to you. I'm a great referrer. I'll give you all of my friends and family. I don't really need to do this, blah, blah, blah. So long story short, I had incredible results. As you can see, this is before and after picture and still look like the after picture. And I decided that I was being selfish, not helping my friends and family that were not choosing to give my friend a call to get them started. So I decided, let me take a look at it. I was an accountant for 27 years. So I had a really great knowledge of finances and I understood the comp plan. So I took a look at the comp plan. It made sense to me. And I was like, all right, you know what? Let's get my products paid for. Everything's better when it's free. So I decided to really kind of tiptoe. Do you guys ever think that, it's best to tiptoe into the pool and you get one toe wet and you get another toe wet and, oh, it's cold, and you step back and then you get another toe wet and then it's cold again? Well, that's what I thought I would do. I thought I would just kind of tiptoe into the pool. And what wound up happening is I leaped in, and I didn't even realize I did it. I jumped right into the deep end like a cannonball. So think about it. If you jump into the pool all at one time, just one time, You might be cold for like 5 seconds and then you get warm, right? You get used to the temperature. That's how we have to treat network marketing. So I actually jumped in like a cannonball and didn't even realize that I did it. Well, this is my family, so I want to introduce you to my family. Again, I think it's really important that you guys get to know who I am as well as my family. And, you know, tuning into me each and every single week, you're going to get to know a lot about me. So this is my husband, Mike. We have been married for 27 years. It's going to be 28 years in September. And the boy on the left is my son, Rocco. He is 19 years old. He just got his real estate license, and he's also in my business with me. And then the boy on the right with the glasses is my oldest son, Vinny. And Vinny is 21. He will be a senior in college. He's going to school for marketing. And this is my why, guys. This is why I do what I do. And, you know, it's all about creating that vision and that legacy for my family. So this is a little bit about my family. We have a house in little tiny town in New Jersey called Colonia. And then we have a beach house, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. So I'm all about vision, guys. Listen, if you're just getting started, you might think, vision, it's too big. I don't know what I want. You know, how can I know what I really want? I just got started. And if you've been in this business more than a month, you should have a vision board. And the reason is because you want to make it a reality. So every year, we host vision board parties around the entire country. We break up into teams of about maybe 10 or so. We don't want to have too many because we want everybody to be able to share. So everybody just volunteers, and we just set up at different people's houses. This one happened to be hosted by myself, and this was my vision board. Don't mind how I look. We were swimming that day as well. So as you can see, of course, my children are on the vision board because it's all about my family. And then you'll also see in my vision board a beach house. There's a beach house right next to the word that says active vacations. And the reason is because I lost my beach house. We had a hurricane out here in 2012, and I lost my beach house to Hurricane Sandy out in New Jersey. And it was always a goal of mine to get that house back. I really, really, really love the beach. I love living on the water. I love being in that tranquility, that peaceful state where there's no stress and there's no pressure. And when I lost this home in 2012, it destroyed me. It made me so upset that I couldn't, still to this day, drive by that old street. So you could see that there is the beach house on there. There's also a paddle boat. It sounds crazy, but I love to paddle boat. I think it's such good exercise for your legs. And, you know, we lost our paddle boat in Hurricane Sandy, so I wanted to get my paddle boat back. And as you scroll down, you'll see strong and fit. And, you know, I wanted to be certified in certain things in fitness and fun. And I wanted to be a life coach. And these are all things, and you'll see somewhere on there, it might be pretty small, but it's about becoming a best-selling author. So all these little things that you see on there are visions. They're things that I see in my reality. I see myself already there. Well, guess what? One of the things was to speak on stage. And I have been speaking on stage for a while now, but on a very small platform. And what wound up happening is I actually started to speak on larger platforms. I started to speak at corporate events. I started to speak in front of 1,000 people. And it was just becoming so exciting. And I was getting asked to speak for other teams, and I was getting asked to speak at other events. So these are just a couple pictures of two of the events that I trained at most recently. The one in the top left was in Philadelphia, one of our corporate events, and the one in the bottom right was an event with one of my mentors out in Maryland. And then one of the things on my vision board was to create $3,000 a day. And $3,000 a day is $1 million a year. So this was when I was actually awarded the 175th millionaire in my company. And it was so incredible, and I was so honored. And it was just amazing to walk across that stage and be cheered on by 15,000, 16,000 people. So it was always a vision of mine to be one of the company's millionaires. I was able to achieve that, like I said, in 3.5 years. And, you know, if you guys are finding any kind of inspiration with my story, just know that I'm going to give you every week some tidbits and some awesome training on how you can do exactly what I did. So don't think that anything is out of reach. My team is actually called Team Possible. And the reason that we created that name for ourselves and we actually collaborated and decided on a name as a group was because we want everybody to know it's possible. We want everybody to know that it doesn't matter what goal you're looking for or how high you think it is or what you think might not be achievable, it is. it's all possible. So this is me when I was awarded the 175th millionaire at our company convention in 2016. Then one of the things, like I showed you on my vision board, was to become an author. Now I am in the middle of working on this right now, so it's not out there yet, but you know what? I have a couple of publishers that are actually reaching out to me, so I'm so super excited. But my book is going to be called Overstressed Accountant to Millionaire Mom, and I already have an excerpt of it, so you can get it on my website at dawnferentino.com, and if you click on the read section, you'll see that you'll be able to actually download a small excerpt. It's like 3 to 5 pages, and you can read a little bit more about me. But the reason that I chose this title is because I was so overstressed where I worked, and I was drastically, immensely underpaid. But more importantly, I was maxed out. I was capped on income. I was unable to earn any more income, and the responsibilities kept increasing. So I was actually doing the work of 1.5 to 2 people, and my income was actually going down. We were receiving pay freezes. The last company I worked for was a nonprofit, so we were really reliant a lot of times on the state for funding. And if the state actually shut down a program, not only did we not get a pay increase, but so many people and so many friends of mine lost their jobs. I watched job after job after job just being eliminated. So it was very, very frustrating, but I was extremely overstressed. I worked a lot of hours. I actually had 2 jobs at the time I got started. I'm in network marketing. I was working my full-time job, and I was working a part-time job. And my full-time job was actually a full-time plus. I was taking work home almost every night. I had a lot of responsibilities. I had deadlines. I had reports. I had budgets. I had so much going on that I really didn't have a life besides my work. And I was a mom. I was a mom of 2, like I shared earlier. And my boys were young when I got started. They were not as young as most people's, but they were 14 and 16, and they really needed me. And that was like a really tough time. I mean, they were going through their licenses, and we were traveling so much, like I shared, for their sports. So I was extremely overstressed, extremely underpaid, extremely exhausted, and I was pulling my hair out on what I was going to do to be able to put my oldest son through college. I just didn't see a way until I was introduced to network marketing. So that's going to be my book that's coming out. I do hope you guys go on my website. Once again, it's dawnferentino.com. Please go check it out and go get the excerpt. And when the book is published, you will all have first access to get it. So now let me share a little bit about my dream that was on my vision board. I wanted another beach house. I love the shore. I love the water. Can anybody out there relate? Like, if you guys love the water and you love the beach and you'd love to have that house that you can go to in the nice weather, and just know that it's possible and put it on your vision board. So in October of 2016, I bought this home. This is my beach house. It's right on the water. It's a beautiful home. It's got a gorgeous, pool, and it can fit hundreds of people. So my doors are always open. I always have a revolving door. People are coming and going constantly in my house. And this would never have been able to be achieved without network marketing, ever. I have been extremely blessed, and I just want you to show you that this is all possible. So, vision boards, creating those dreams, creating those goals, they're all so important. But I'll be honest with you, 5 years ago, I got started in network marketing in 2012. And 5 years ago, I didn't think that this was possible. When I first got started, I literally just wanted to get my products paid for. And to get my products paid for was about $200 a month. That's about what my products were. And to be able to create an income where I can live financially free and I can help others do the same, and I can buy this amazing, incredible beach house that I'm so blessed and honored to have, and I could share it with other people, that you should see the smiles on their faces when they come. I know I'm doing the right thing. I know network marketing is the answer. So that's a little bit about me. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute so I can get you guys back. There we go. Okay, nice to see you guys again. So, I just wanted to share with you on this first episode, once again, just a little bit about me. I'm just a normal person, guys. I'm nothing special. I'm a mom of two incredible boys. I have a wonderful husband, and I'm a sister and a daughter, and I was an accountant, like I said, for 27 years, and I started my accounting practice in public accounting, where I worked grueling hours, and I traveled all over, and I finally went into private accounting from public accounting, and then eventually went nonprofit just to try to gain a little bit more time with my family. So I share with you this evening or this morning a little bit more about how you can also create what you're looking to create, or create that dream that you're looking to create, or live that life that you're looking to live. Let me ask you guys a question. Are you living a life by design, or are you living a life by default? And what I mean by that is I was living a life by default, and I didn't really know it. I was not living a life that I was designing. I was taking vacations where I could afford rather than where I wanted to go. Does that make sense? I was buying and picking and choosing charities that I could donate to and gifts that I could buy for people because I was on a limited budget. When I didn't get an increase for 3 years in a row at the company I was at last, and it was a nonprofit, so again, you get a lot of other benefits, maybe some extra time off and maybe some more vacation, but the pay is not that great. So when you're not getting an increase for a couple of years on top of not getting a very nice salary being a nonprofit, it was extremely, frustrating, very, very frustrating. So I was really limited on where I could go on vacation. I was limited on who I could actually buy gifts for. I mean, I had to stop buying gifts for certain family members and just because I couldn't afford it anymore. I had to figure out a way that I was going to be able to put my kids through school and be able to pay my mortgage sometimes at the end of the day. And if it wasn't for network marketing and being introduced to this opportunity, I don't know where I'd be. So every episode, I'm going to give you guys a daily dose of Dawn. Daily dose of Dawn. You like that? And I hope that daily dose of Dawn will be able to help you and inspire you to keep moving forward, or to at least make the decision that network marketing is a fit for you. So today's daily dose of Dawn is I want you to think about where you'll be in the next 2 years if you don't make any changes. No changes at all. Maybe you are not in network marketing yet, or maybe you are and you're brand new, or maybe you've been in for 5 years and you're like just at that stuck moment. But where will you be in the next 2 years if you don't make a change? And I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to think about that. What kind of income will you be creating? Will you still be working at your same place of employment? Or will you still be unemployed if you're not working? Then I want you to think, where will you be in the next 5 years? 5 years if you don't make a change. Will you still be at the same place of employment, or will you still be unemployed? Will you have any children by then if you're looking to have kids? Where will you go on vacation? So think about where you're going to be in the next 2 to 5 years. Because I want to share with you that your life can be drastically different in the next 2 to 5 years. If I could tell you that in the next 2 to 5 years you can create an income that your family could live off of for the rest of your life. Now, network marketing has the word work in the middle, right? It's not net-free marketing. You don't have to sit on your butt and do nothing all day. It actually has the word work in it. So I want to leave you with the daily dose of Dawn that if you work and if you put the time, energy, commitment in, if you have that vision and you create that goal for yourself and you create those vision boards. And guys, I'll show you my vision board because I have it with me all the time. Watch this. Here's my vision board. This is what I shared. So you'll see that one of my visions is to be a top 10 MLM earner, and I will do it. And another one here is, a little note to myself that I am good enough. I talked that my show is going to be sharing with you guys fitness on mind, body, and finances, the whole package. So I have to tell myself daily that I'm good enough. One of the things that I do is I keep a mirror in my office, and I look at the mirror and I tell myself I'm worthy and I'm awesome and I'm great and I'm exceptional and I'm deserving and I'm worthy of everything that I'm receiving. So these are just some little tidbits. And again, we're going to get into really, really great training after episode 1. And we're going to have some awesome guests. And, we're going to have some great sponsors that are going to jump on board and share a little bit about their businesses as well. But right now, today was all about just me introducing myself to you. And once again, this is another one, debt-free life. Everybody's goal should be to live a life free of debt. A life where you design it and you control what you do with your money. Let's see what else is on here. Here's my paddle boat that I told you about, and I actually have it in the backyard. My sister bought me a paddle boat for my birthday, so I got that. And then my family is everything, and you could see that my family's in this picture. And then my fitness, let me talk a little bit about that. So I got certified in Pilates, and I'm absolutely loving it. I teach it just for fun. I don't teach it I don't get paid to teach it because it's just something that I love to do. And then earn $3,000 plus a day. So that is really key, because that $3,000 plus a day is what creates $1 million a year. So that is on my vision board. Even though I'm $1 million income earner, my network marketing company, I'm not $1 million a year income earner yet. But it's on my vision board, so it will happen, right? Okay, you guys gonna do your vision boards? So everybody on here that's watching is all gonna have a vision board by the next one, because maybe episode 2, we're gonna start sharing our vision boards. And then what else is on here that I can share with you? Awaken your purpose. So your purpose is, why do you get out of bed in the morning? What ignites that fuel in you? What is it that drives you? What is it that excites you to just want to keep going? That's your purpose. What are you here for? And then strength and endurance. I do believe that we all have to find the strength inside of us, and then not only hold that strength within us, but pour that strength into somebody else. Butterflies, that's the theme of my website. My website is all about transformation, going from the cocoon to the butterfly. So I really suggest that you guys go check out my website. Once again, you can see the link on the right, but you can also see the link by just typing in www.dawnferrentino.com and checking that out. But it's about your transformation. Where are you going? And we all start off as those caterpillars, right, or those inchworms. And we go into the caterpillar, we go into the cocoon, and then we come out of butterfly. So it's all about transformation. And then this one here is flying first class. So I made a commitment to myself that once I flew first class, I'd never fly coach again, because that's what's important to me. It's not what is important to everybody. And some people would feel that maybe the money or the difference between first class and coach would get used somewhere else, but that's what excites me and that's what's important to me. So the first time I flew in first class, I said, I'll never fly in coach again. And I haven't ever since I made that commitment, because it's on my vision board. So again, my daily dose of Dawn is ask yourself, where are you going to be in the next 2 to 5 years if you don't make a change? Where are you going to be in the next 2 to 5 years if you do make a change? What will be different in your life if you just say yes? It's not just yes to network marketing. It's not that easy. But yes to changing your life. Yes to making that commitment. Yes to making your life the absolute best that it can be. Guys, thank you. I really appreciate you guys coming out here. I really do. Tune in every single week. Learn a little bit more about how this profession can help you. We're going to have some awesome guests on here. It's going to be all about training and mindset. And hey, listen, I may even do some exercises for you. And who wants to learn some Pilates? Maybe we'll do some Pilates out on the beach. Want to do that? So listen, guys, I really appreciate you. Appreciate the support. Go check out my website, dawnferrentino.com. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Have an outstanding day. Take care, everyone.
You too can have your own transformation by getting started today with one of our systems or packages. You can get started by going to dawnferrentino.isogenics.com. Or you can reach out to Dawn one-on-one for a free consultation. And to book an appointment, please go to meetme.so/Dawn Ferrentino.